come to Kinokuniya bookstore in Siam Paragon to buy a book about photography. This store has a large selection of English language books, including a well-stocked photography section. Some of the books are far too heavy though. In the end, I decided to buy a book by Henry Carroll called Be a Super Awesome Photographer. This book contains a series of challenges, and I thought it would be fun to try and complete some of them in this area of the city.
Be a joker. Try layering foreground and background subjects to tell your own joke in a single picture.
This challenge is quite simple. First, find a mural of a dangerous animal, and then wait for it to bite somebody's head off. Fortunately, there are interesting murals and signs everywhere here in Bangkok, which made this challenge easy. One of the most unusual shops in this area is one that sells cuddly toys of humping rabbits. When I visited, there was a sign in the window saying "Gone on a break." I thought if I took a picture from the right angle, the rabbits might give a clue as to what the staff were up to.
I think the biggest difference between England and Thailand is that in England, if a shop was called I Love Shoes, it would sell shoes. Repeat yourself. Sometimes photos work best when they're in a sequence because together they show different aspects of the same subject.
The idea I had for a sequence was to try and create a series of images showcasing the unusual architecture inside Siam Square 1. Of course, Siam Square 1 is not square at all. Nothing here is parallel or perpendicular. Instead, every escalator, bridge and wall is quite independent and seems to go off in whichever direction it fancies. I wanted to try and use these unique features to create compositions which you couldn't create elsewhere. A good reason for creating a sequence of photos is if it would not be possible to convey an idea in a single photo. In this case, I think one photo couldn't adequately depict this space to somebody who has never been here, but a series of photos might. One other thing I really like about this building are the patterns on the ground floor, and so I wanted to include photos of these too.
Use colorful language. Explore your local area to find your own super awesome color combinations.
The title of this chapter is Use Colourful Language, which for non-native English speakers is often used as a euphemism for swear words, which made me think of this sign. Again, if you're not a native English speaker, the word tart has more than one meaning.
Pretend you're a dog. When taking pictures, you should be bending and stretching all the time. Even the most ordinary subjects look totally different when seen from up high or down low, so try finding your own unusual angles of everyday subjects.
The challenge is to photograph subjects from ground level. One advantage of doing this is that two differently sized subjects, such as a person and a building, can fit neatly in the same frame. In this area there is a high street shop with a large sign saying "Good things will happen here." On this day, a young drummer set up his kit in front of the sign, and by taking a photograph from ground level, I managed to fit all these details in one frame. I think this turned out to be quite a nice photo. After a brief spell of pretending to be a dog, I decided it was time for lunch, and the choice of restaurant was a given. It was soon brought to my attention that I had unwittingly dressed like a Dalmatian myself, and fitted in quite well here. The interior design at Dosan Dalmatian is, in my opinion, quite charming. For lunch, I ate bacon, eggs and waffles drizzled with honey. I then walked around to explore the decorations and enjoy the atmosphere. And finally came back to my seat to enjoy views overlooking the city while drinking my coffee. This place also has a very nice rooftop area. All in all, well worth a visit.
Get closer. Try taking close-up photos of ordinary things to see if you can make them look strange and unfamiliar.
I think this challenge is asking the reader to do macro photography, but I instead prefer to take photos that are close but not too close. This is one of my favourite types of photography, as I like taking close-ups of charming or funny details that I come across, like the door sign that says "British eat her shoes." Bangkok changes quickly and these details disappear, but as long as I keep a photo, I can hang on to them. One thing I thought worth mentioning in this video is that if you're into film photography, the second story of the Lido Connect building is an area worth visiting. There are several camera stores here, as well as places that develop film. You can even buy a camera made of chocolate.
Be hard. For this challenge, take pictures of the strong shadows that fall on different subjects under hard light.
Bangkok is one of the hottest cities on earth, so of course there's lots of so-called hard light. The problem is, Thai people don't seem to enjoy sunning their skin much, so when the light does appear, they can be relied upon to be hiding in the shade. I'm not sure if this photo of a man dressed as a cake is considered upskirting or not. If so, I apologise.
Be gross. Try finding subjects that people normally think of as gross and use your photography skills to try and change their minds. Why are you pointing the camera at me?
I began this challenge by photographing bins and bin men. I got a lot of strange looks. I was about to give up, but I started to notice things that one would expect to be gross, but which turned out to be beautiful, like these manhole covers. If you think the entrance to the sewage system is beautiful, just wait until you see the public toilets.
Be abstract. Photography which reduces the world down to simple shapes is called abstract. Practice being abstract around your neighborhood.
For this challenge, I have to photograph parts of buildings. Not the entire building, just part of it. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe the purpose is to get more of a feeling for textures and shapes. It's interesting to notice how no two buildings in this area seem to look alike or fit together, and yet somehow they all manage to coexist. Whatever the purpose of this challenge is, at least it gives me the chance to show the facade of this clinic, which is quite unique.
Be sneaky. Portrait photographers use all kinds of sneaky tricks to distract the people they're snapping. Give it a go yourself by photographing people while they're distracted.
I suppose this challenge means I can just photograph anyone I find interesting as long as they don't notice. So I decided to photograph this distracted woman because I noticed she was wearing an I Love James Milner t-shirt. She must be a subscriber. I then photographed some people going about their business at work. But one of the charms of this area is the variety of street performers who appear here, and these street performers are always far too distracted to notice me filming them.
I know we're more than friends, but less than lovers. This is not the end. There's much more to discover. Will you promise to stay? Will you promise to never leave? If I tell you what's on my mind, can I let you see the real me? Will you hang around or will you break free? Would you break free, baby? I just need to know. Would you let me go if I tell you what's on my mind? I know the day will come. When I let you go, the love I have for you may grow. Promise to stay. Will you promise to never leave? That is to really it's you and me forever. Yeah. Ooh. Can I tell you, baby? Can I let you know? Can I let you know? Ooh, can I tell you? Let me let you know. That I'm digging your style. And I'm feeling your moves. Can I tell you?
Blur the boundaries. Play around with focus to create your own photos that feel like a fading memory of a place or dream.
The high street shops here stay open until about 9 or 10 p.m. I tried to take photos of people on the high street with a slow shutter speed so that they would appear blurry. The results were okay. I like it here at this time of day because it's cooler and many of the street musicians still perform until the shops are closed. However, I thought it would be more fun to go and take blurry images of cars driving along the main road. The traffic in this area is quite manic, and the streets are very well lit. I think if you're going to take blurry photos of things with a slow shutter speed, there ought to be a reason for doing so. In this case, I think it can highlight the speed and energy of the vehicles on the road, as well as the very vivid colours.
Am I a super awesome photographer now?